students. This is Deepa handling 9th standard chemistry. So already we discussed about the Rutherford model, his postulates and limitations. You are well known. I hope you are go through all those things. What are the postulates? It is nothing but atom has a large empty space. Yes, good. Atom has a large empty space and in center it has a nucleus with positively charged species, and the size of the nucleus is very small when compared to an atom, and the electrons revolve around the nucleus in a closed circular path, and the atom as a whole electrically neutral. These are the postulates given by Rutherford, and the limitation is it failed to explain the stability of an atom. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about Bohr's model of an atom. Okay. So there are some limitations in Rutherford model. So we move to the next atomic structure. This was given by the scientist Niels Bohr in 1913. Okay. So Niels Bohr explained the stability of an atom in a different manner. So what he said means electrons revolve around the nucleus in a specific orbit. So these orbits are discrete in nature. There is some difference between them. Okay. So the electron present only between the orbits and not in the space between the orbits. Okay, so this is the structure given by Niels Bohr for an atom. See this, in this the center the positively charged species are present and the electron should be present in orbit each level. So okay, so these orbits are discrete in nature, so there is an energy difference between these orbits. Okay, electron revolve around the nucleus in a specific orbit only. These orbits are associated with a definite energies, and these are called energy cells or energy levels. So how Bohr called it is an energy cells or energy levels. Okay, so the postulates given by Bohr is the first one: in an atom electron revolve around the nucleus in a stationary circular path called orbit. So nucleus சுத்தி electron ஒரு particular certain orbit ல மட்டும் தான் இருக்கும், that is called as an orbit னு சொல்லலாம், cells or energy levels அப்படினு சொல்லலாம். Okay, so while revolving around the nucleus and in an orbit, an electron neither loses or nor gains energy. So nucleus சுத்தி electron வரும்போது it doesn't gain or lose energy. This is the main thing, that atom becomes stable here. Okay, in Rutherford model the atom radiate themselves, so it becomes unstable. Okay, the concept becomes unstable, but all atoms are stable according to Bohr's model. The second postulate: electron revolving around the nucleus in an orbit, it neither loses or nor gains an energy. Okay, so the third one is an electron in a shell can move to higher or lower energy level. For example, if an atom absorbs some energy, what will happen? The electron gets excited and move to the higher energy cell. For example, it should be jump from K to L or L to M, like that. Okay, so if it want to release some energy, energy lose now what will happen? It should be jump to the lower energy level, L to K. Okay, M to L, like that. Okay, so that is the third postulate given by Bohr. An electron in a cell can move to a higher or lower energy shell by absorbing or releasing a fixed amount of energy. This is the main reason for some colored substances. Things colored, that is the main reason. Okay. The next one is the orbits or cells are represented by the letter alphabet K, L, M and N, etc. Okay, so if it is in a number, it should be represented as 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so if 1 means K, 2 means L and 3 means M and etc. So if the electron present in K, that is called as a K electrons, and if it is present in a N, if it is called as a N electrons, like that. So these orbits are associated with a fixed amount of certain energy. So it is called as a energy level or energy cells. Energy level or energy cells. Okay. So there is some number should be 2n square. This is the formula that each orbit has how many number of electrons. For example, the first cell n equal to 1. 2 into 1 square equal to 2. So K cell have only 2 electrons. Likewise L, 2 into 2 square, that is 2 into 4, that is equal to 8. So L cell have only 8 electrons. So these are the formulas. 2n squared is represented to know how many electrons present in each cell. Okay, so there are some See this. So this is represent the Bohr's atomic model of an hydrogen. Okay, so each orbit corresponds to a different energy level. If it is close near to the nucleus, it has least amount of energy. If it is far above the nucleus, it has a more amount of energy. Okay, so K shall have a less amount of energy, while the N shall have a maximum amount of energy. That orbit has a maximum amount of energy. So these are the postulates given by Bohr, and there are some limitations. So what is the limitation is, it was applicable only to hydrogen and hydrogen-like ions. So this is a very popular model. It is easy to understand the electrons going in the circles around the nucleus, but it is only possible with the hydrogen-like ions, that is the outermost cell has a single valency. So it could not be extended to a multi-electron nucleus. This is the major drawback of Bohr's atomic model. Okay, so now it's time for recap all those things. So what we have learned today, we have discussed about the postulates and limitations of Bohr's atomic model. What are the postulates? Electron revolve around the nucleus in a stationary circular path, that is called as orbit. Our cells are energy levels. So while revolving, the electrons neither loses or gains energies. The third one is, if it is absorbs some energy, it will be move to higher energy level, or if it is want to release some amount of energy, it should be jump to a lower energy shell. Okay, so how the orbits are represented? It should be represented by the letter K, L, M, N, and in numbers it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. So these orbits and cells are called as energy shells or energy levels. Okay, so what are the limitation? It should be applicable only to hydrogen and hydrogen-like ions, and it could not be extended to multi-electron nucleus. So hope you all are understand and go through this model, study well. This may be asked in a detailed question. Don't waste your time. Finish the assignments also. Thank you, students.